那近来呢，很多人都一直讲网络霸凌。
They are mostly keyboard warrior. They won't use their own name.
Oh yeah, fake account.
There's one girl, teenager, committed suicide also because of the remarks that we made. But of course, there are actually legal repercussions.
Just to show them whatever you say online, yes, no problem. You can say anything you want. But once you get sued, you have to prepare this money. So whether you are sued or you want to sue people, you must think.
It's not as simple as, oh, if I initiate the suit, I don't have to pay anything. Not, I just pay my lawyers, then I don't have to pay the court costs. If you lose, most probably you will have to pay the court costs.
Hello， 欢迎回到我们的2001 Channel。那近来呢，很多人都一直讲网络霸凌，到底网络霸凌cyberbullying， 你网络霸凌或者被网络霸凌的人到底是什么心态？你可以采取什么行动？你可以怎么害到人家，丢失了性命？你可以怎样改变一个人人生？那今天我们请来了3位非常专业的律师，就是 Khairul， 然后 Siew， 然后 Mr. Guok。那他们呢，在这个法律方面是非常有经验的律师，我们可以问一问他们，到底这个网络霸凌的这个风一直在转下去，越转越糟糕，很多人也赔上了性命，也转校啊，去自杀，然后就去做很多不可思议，然后很多很伤心的、悲剧的这一个社会问题。我们到底对这个网络霸凌可以采取什么行动？应该采取什么措施？然后我们问一问他们。
I'm already 45. It never happened during my time. I only discovered this issue is getting very big because now everybody is going online, especially during MCO since last year. Everybody is too free, nothing else to do. Every day, angkat telefon, tengok ada berita.
One thing, because they always hide their identity.
Correct.
They are mostly keyboard warrior. They won't use their own name.
Oh yeah, fake accounts.
Yes, correct. That's why they think if anything happens, that's not me. They just simply use other people's photo, simply create a name.
In advanced countries like Korea and Japan, a lot of teenagers, they just commit suicide over the comments that have been made by this internet world. So of course the trend I think is actually catching up in Malaysia as well. So I think if I'm not mistaken, last year I seen in the newspaper there's one girl, teenager, committed suicide also because of the remarks that we made. But of course there are actually legal repercussions if you do that. If somebody takes away their life because of your comments, there are legal consequences which we will also be discussing later.
You're not free to shame or even degrade people just like that without thinking.
They always say, I have freedom of speech. Right? So this freedom of speech actually covers what?
There's always a limitation to the freedom of speech. As brings a result of taking away another person's life, that definitely is not the freedom of speech anymore.
Okay, if that person, for example, I say that person is charged to court today, they say, how I know? I only leave a comment. What? Dia nak mati dia punya hal lah. It's not my problem. What? Dia nak mati. I didn't force. I didn't cucuk dia pun.
Because sometimes you don't know how much damage your words can cause. Because you can say, hey, Peter, gemuk. Hey, Peter, babi. Maybe I can take it. For me, nothing.
Correct.
But maybe Khairul cannot take it.
There are two ways of looking at it. One is actually the criminal side of it. That means you're talking about, as Khairul said, Section 233 of the Communication and Multimedia Act. There is actually an offence for giving contents which are actually causing nuisance to the people. That will carry a sentence of not exceeding 3 years penjara, 50,000 fine. So that is one side. Another consequence that will carry is actually the civil side. The family can even sue all the content producers, we call it, whoever put out the contents.
You never know the person already screenshot or save it or not.
If you delete, that means you confess with that's an admission. You delete and that now you're taking it out straight away. If I were to just admit straight away.
So even if you post that, you do not want to admit it's you, and in a way, the police or the IP address found it is you, proven that it is you. Even you delete and you keep saying in the court, I swear it's not me. But somehow or other, you will be punished as well. So in any way, even if it's a fake account, if someone wants to find out who you are, where you're from.
Police can, I think it's D8 or D9, they have a special branch to trace it.
Yes.
You see on internet, sue this person, sue this. They thought you're a lawyer. Every day handling all these people really pay for all these lawsuits. They thought that it's so easy to just sue people.
That's why the misconception of some people is that, of course, you can sue anyone, but
Whether you can get judgment or not.
Yeah, and then the cost of action, the amount of time and also resource that you have to put in as well. It's not as simple as that. Okay, I come and just talk to the judge and then I get judgment.
You need to prove.
You need to prove it.
You need a lot of documents, a lot of evidence.
I think my advice is definitely just that some small arguments you can just resolve it between that person. There's no need to involve any third parties and basically make it viral per se. It turns out to be something bigger than actually it actually is. So my advice is just think before you do something.
So normally ranging the normal fee to actually be engaged in a cyberbullying case, for example, how much does it cost? Just to show them whatever you say online, yes, no problem, you can say anything you want. But once you get sued, you have to prepare this money to go through that 1-2 years. And then excluding paying for the loss.
Easily 10,000, 10,000, 15,000.
So at any point of time is a 5-figure.
That's the minimum, yes.
Any point of time is a 5-figure.
Not including the translator, the interpreter.
And then you want to change dates, suddenly you want
photocopy, filing, everything's here.
I think to put it in a better word, legal proceeding itself is not cheap. If you can't afford even driving a Merc or any luxury car, you have
not file for a lawsuit thinking
you
that
have to look
you
at
were proof.
Yeah, exactly. It's not just a recourse. Yeah, you have a right to sue, but you have to it's an expenditure. You have to pay for it. So
Okay, let's say I want to sue you. Halfway, oh my God, I broke already, no money. I don't want to sue. What will happen is the other party say, I want to go on because you sue me.
Then
You still have to pay.
If the suit will be struck off, then there will be an award of cost against you, the person who sues. Then if you cannot pay, assuming the award is high, then they will make you a bankrupt, or they will go and freeze your account and whatnot.
Garnish your person.
So whether you are sued or you want to sue
There's
people, you must think.
it's not as simple as, if I initiate the suit, I don't have to pay anything. Not I just pay my lawyers, then I don't have to pay the court costs. If you lose, most probably you will have to pay the court costs. Easy to say it's not the same, first of all.
Unless it's written already, it's like me and you, we enter into an agreement. We already say, okay, if anything happen, we sue in court, the lost party have to bear all the legal fees.
For the 100%.
That's different thing.
Usually they call it party-to-party cost. Court will have an exercise of grace. They have the power to say, okay, this case I think is much. That's it. You don't question that. So usually the award of cost will be lower than what you pay your lawyers.
I think to add on, you see, if you engage a lawyer, whatever legal fees, professional fees of your lawyer, it's between you and your lawyer. Right? It's not really between you and the defendant or the plaintiff or anyone else. So the agreement must be there in respect of you and your lawyer. So it's not as simple as, if I win, you pay my lawyer's cost. But it all depends on the judge, of course.
That kind of statement actually can border around the contempt of court. They can actually make a complaint to the court, and you will get yourself into trouble.
In what trouble? Like what?
You can be fined or even put to jail by court because you are insulting or injuring the reputation of the court. Judiciary system. So never make this kind of statement, because do not assume that judges are not capable of making good decisions. It's wrong. Just admit that you don't have a good case. That's it. And move on.
所以谢谢今天 ，Thank you lawyer Khairul and lawyer Siew and also lawyer Guok for being here sharing about cyberbullying. 所以你们要讲什么之前呢，小心，因为祸从口出。你们被告或者告人的时候，也是没有十拿九稳，肯定赢或者肯定输的，而且要花很多时间、精力。还有要找很多人，分分钟你找的证人，他们也不敢出来作证，或者证人去到法庭上，其实他只是听你说，也不是一个很好的证据。不要乱在网上说话，因为你说的话，其实可能帮着你，也很大可能会害了你。好，这一集到此为止。